Good morning, everybody. I am currently on my morning walk, and I'm making this video as an open letter to Owen Big Bear Benjamin. And this is an open thank you video for everything that he's doing and that he represents in the comedy and the entertainment industry. As Owen would put it, the comedy scene and overall entertainment industry has become very soy-based. A lot of comedians now have been experiencing rather intense cognitive dissonance, which was kind of proven a little when he was making jokes about how essentially comedians like Whitney Candleface Cummings was basically attacking him. I just think that comedy has become a very sad place recently because the most notorious comedians working today, they have become completely enraptured in politics. And Owen is obviously political, but the thing is that the comedians that are working today are willing to sacrifice the truth and what is objectively true in order to save their careers. And Owen is very much not. He obviously, he, as he said before, he was willing to die on the trans kids issue, which he didn't. In fact, it was much more like, I guess, what Jordan Peterson would put it, which is that he had a phoenix-like rebirth where he created fans such as myself who watch him and support what he is doing comedy-wise and politically. Because what Owen is doing, and this is to me the key reason as to why I consider him the greatest comedian working today, is that he's not willing to sacrifice the truth and what is objectively real in the world just to save his career. And that is something that I truly appreciate because in my own life, I wouldn't say I've experienced the same thing, but I have rushed with the same force that this, what would you call it, the force of leftism that can ultimately ruin your career. And I just think that to see Owen doing what he's doing and be succeeding and ultimately just being an all-around good dude, family man, I think that that's something to be thankful for, to prove that not everybody in this world is stupid, basically. So, yeah. There were some people walking by, so I shut up for a second. But if you're watching this, Owen, which you might not be, which is fine. That's why it's an open thank you and not a direct thank you. But if you're watching this, thank you for being an inspiration to a person like myself who's trying to get into the entertainment industry via multiple ways. Thank you for not being a pussy, essentially, and taking a knee when you don't need to take a knee. Thank you for standing and bearing the weight of responsibility that is not backing down to these fucking pussies, these fucking leftists and socialists that are trying to ruin not just the entertainment and comedy scene, but the world with their ideology that always ends in starvation and genocide. I truly appreciate it. So, yeah. I'd also like to thank the community, the Unbearables. While I have not had much interaction with all of you at all, I have seen the community form, and I've been paying attention to it. And the beautiful thing is that it's just a bunch of normal people gathered around this guy that is speaking truths that hit a nerve with them. And to see the whole community not be this just collective piece of trash like a lot of communities are, I think is something to be proud of. And while I don't necessarily consider myself a part of the Unbearables, I do encourage their activity and what they're doing because I believe in the cause. So to kind of wrap this video up and not have it be so rambly as it already is, thank you, Owen. I truly appreciate what you're doing. I think you're funny as hell. And I think for me, the most important lesson that I've learned, the most important takeaway that you've said, is that I might be wrong, but I'm not lying. And that sentiment is something that a lot of the world is missing today. So yeah. One last time, thank you to everybody who's watching. If Owen's watching this, thank you. This entire video is dedicated to thanking you and what you're doing. And I'll see all of you hopefully soon. Hopefully not a rambly little vlog video thing. Hopefully something a bit more highly produced. Yeah. See ya.